Welcome to the Columbia Playfields, right below the campus of Richland High School, for today's Mid-Columbia Conference softball matchup between the Richland Bombers and the Hanford Falcons. Welcome into our first softball game of the year. It's senior night here at the Columbia Playfields, and we honor 4 seniors for the Richland Bombers tonight. And we'll do those ceremonies after the game as they honor some of the Hanford Falcon seniors before the game here in a little bit. These two played last Tuesday out at Hanford in North Richland, with the Bombers coming out on top 12-2 behind the hitting of Peyton Chacon primarily, with Mackey, Sams, and Clausen each adding multiple hits in the game and multiple runs crossing the plate. 12-2 the result last Tuesday at Hanford. This is the return trip to Columbia Playfields, where the Falcons try to take one of the series and even up the series from the Bombers here at Columbia Playfield. Looking at the standings, the Bombers are on top of the Mid-Columbia Conference standings, 11-2 in the league, 15-2 overall. And the Hanford Falcons currently sit 4th in the MCC, 8-5 in the league, and 10-7 overall. Tonight, these two battle. We also got Kamaikan at Southridge High School. Chiawana travels down south to Hermiston, and Kennewick travels over to Walla Walla. You see crossing the home plate right now is going to be the the Richland Bombers seniors, handing some flowers to the Hanford Falcon seniors.
However, right now, please turn your attention to home plate, where our Richland seniors will be presenting an appreciation gift to recognize the senior class from Hanford High School. The Hanford seniors are Jessica Dugan.
Jessica Dugan, the first Hanford senior.
Jaquay Vandevere.
Coy Vandevere, the second senior being recognized.
And Casey White.
And Casey White, the final senior for Hanford. 3 seniors on the Hanford Falcon roster. We have 4 for the Richland Bombers, both young squads facing off here on Tuesday night as we pause for the national anthem.
Thank you.
As we welcome you back here to Columbia Playfields, just below the campus of Richland High School, for the Richland Bombers and the Hanford Falcons battling in a 4A varsity softball matchup. On the mound today for the Richland Bombers is going to be Taylor Clausen, one of the 4 seniors going to be recognized here after today's contest, but she gets the start on senior day for the Richland Bombers. As the Bombers take the field, we will go through Taylor Clausen's season so far. Clausen, the senior pitcher, 41 innings pitched so far this season with an ERA of 2.71. and a opponent batting average of 237. So keeping him in line for the most part here so far this season. And we'll see what Taylor can do against the Hanford Falcons. So Clayson on the mound. When these teams last played each other, last at the campus of Hanford High School, it was Sophia Sams going 5 innings. That was all they needed as they 10-run the Hanford Falcons 12-0. She went 5 innings and only let up 3 hits, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts in 81 pitches out at Hanford High School.
Leading off for Hanford, shortstop number 7, Jessica Dugan.
So leading off for Hanford is going to be Jessica Dugan, number 7. She will face Taylor Clausen first. Just in time for game time. The sun peeks out from behind the clouds. We had a few stray showers move through before the game, but clear skies and sunny. First pitch, a strike down the middle at 5 o'clock straight up, 73 degrees. Perfect day for some Mid-Columbia Conference softball. Clausen's second pitch, high and outside. Evens the count up at 1. Swinging strike 2 on behalf of Dugan. Dugan kind of does it all for the Hanford Falcons, playing short, catcher, and a little bit of outfield this season. She takes high ball 2 to even the count up at 2-2. Popped up to the second baseman. And that will be caught for the first out. Julia Saresic there playing second, patrolling second base, the sophomore for the Richland Bombers. Brooke Dodson now up for the Falcons. First pitch right down the middle there for a strike. Second pitch from Clayson, a little bit down in the zone. That clips enough of it to get a strike called. The 0-2 pitch to Dodson. A little bit high in the zone for ball 1. One, 2 in the dirt, evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 down to Dodson. In there, looking strike 3, the first strikeout of the day for Taylor Clayson. Two outs now on the top of the first for the Falcons. The freshman Falcon Heidi Sweet now steps in for Hanford. First pitch low, ball 1. Second pitch chopped down the third base line, foul. So 1-1 now on Sweet. Foul straight back. And bring up 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two from Clayson, high, tried to get her to chase, she didn't bite. Evens the count up at 2. Popped up in the outfield by Sweet. And the third out will be caught out in right field. Be number 7, Sophia Sams, ending the inning for Richland. So 1-2-3 for Hanford. We'll have the Bombers leading off here in the bottom of the first. Coming up.
In the circle for the Falcons, number 8, Heidi Sweet.
Welcome back to Columbia Playfields for today's Mid-Columbia Conference matchup between the Hanford Falcons and the Richland Bombers. Peyton Chacon will lead off for the Richland Bombers here in the bottom of the first. And for the Falcons in the pitcher circle will be Heidi Sweet, who just ended the inning for the purple and gold. Flying out to right field, and Julia Saresic. First pitch from Sweet popped up over the netting, over the fence, I should say, for strike one. Chacon, only a sophomore, .463 batting average on the year, leading the Richland Bombers with 31 hits. Foul down the left field line for strike two. Chacon also with the .507 on base percentage. That's what you want from your leadoff hitter as she looks at ball one on that side. And your leadoff hitter to get on base and come around and score, and she leads the Bombers in scoring with 31 runs scored. She pops that one up over the Richland dugout, and that will be out of play. So the 1-2 count from Sweet to Chacon. Chop down the third base line. Third baseman gathers, but Chacon will beat it out for a single to lead off the inning for the Bombers. That was Brooke Dodson over at third base. Couldn't make the play in time. Sorry, that was Cara Sweet. The 8 and the 0 on the jersey looked too familiar. Now Taylor Clayson up for Richland. Low and outside, gets away from the catcher, but not enough for Chacon to advance. Squared around a bunt, Chacon steals, and she'll be into second base safely. We sit at 1-1 now with a runner in scoring position for Richland. Clayson fouls one to the left for strike two. Ball in the outside corner. Fill the count up now, 3-2. 2-2, excuse me. Right down the middle, and that's singled, and that will drop in front of the left fielder. Will that be enough for Chacon to come around and score? We'll see. It does as the throw gets cut off to home, and a leadoff or a RBI single by Clayson to start off the game for Richland.
Now batting the shortstop number 1, Brooklyn Boyce.
And the sophomore shortstop, Brooklyn Boyce, at the dish for Richland. Again, runner in scoring position with Clayson. Swinging and a miss, first pitch strike. Again, you want your leadoff hitter to get on, and Chacon did, scoring her 32nd run of the year as Boyce takes ball 1. And Clayson driving in her 18th RBI. 1-1 pitch now, second strike. One-two pitch chopped over to the left field. See if Clayson gets held up. She does. No runners on the corners now for Richland.
Stepping in the right fielder, number
So a
7,
fielder's
Sophia
choice
Sam.
for Boyce. Moves Clayson over to third. And bring up the sophomore, Sophia Sams. Still no out here for the Bombers. Squared around a bunt. No contact, but it's enough for Sams, or for Boyce, excuse me, to take second base. Second and third, no out here for Sams. She'll take strike 1. No, ball 1 down the zone. 1-1 now. 1-1 pitch on the outside corner. Left it off. 2-1 now the count on Sams. Sophia likes to work the count. Leads the team in walks with 15 on the year. Takes a cut at the 4th pitch and evens the count up at 2-2. 2-2 pitch now to Sam, swinging, and that will be strike 3 and the first out of the inning for Richland.
Now batting the first baseman, number 12, Emily Moore.
Emily Moore now steps into the batter's box for the Bombers. Makes contact with the first pitch, pops out to her position at first, and makes a quick out number 2.
Coming to the plate, the catcher, number 8, Haley Spate.
Haley Space will now step in to the batter's box with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. He looks at the strike 1 down the pike. Spade pops it up and out of play. Oh, 2 count now on Space. Makes contact again, fouls it off the fence. And the 1-2 pitch now. Down in the zone, evens the count up at 2. Excuse me, first ball is the count. So the 1-2 pitch now on the way. Base contact, lifts into the high left field, and that will drop. That's going to score 2. As Spaeth will stop at second base with a 2-out, 2 RBI double to increase the lead to 3-0 Richland. Good piece of hitting there by Spaeth. Spaeth driving in her 4th and 5th runs of the season. As we have a courtesy runner in for Spaeth. That'll be number 15, Katie Lynch.
Courtesy runner at second base, number 15, Katie Lynch. Now batting number 16, Corey Mackey.
Corey Mackey, one of the 4 seniors here to be honored after the game, steps into the batter's box and lifts the first pitch out to right field. And that will not be caught. That's going to drop in front of the runner. That's going to score a run and bring the lead to 4-0 Bombers. So with 2 dead, the Bombers scored 3 runs. Mackey the latest. As Zoe Ayalopatea steps in for Richland. Zoe batting .250 on the year. And a quick 2 strikes on her now. 0-2 count now with 2 dead and a runner on first, that runner being Corey Mackey. The 0-2 pitch to Zoe, and that will be a swinging strike 3 as the Bombers score 4 in the bottom of the 1st. We'll come back to Columbia Playfields for the top of the 2nd here on Atomic TV.
Lead out the second with the Falcons, third baseman number 18, Kara Sweet.
Welcome back to Columbia Playfields as we start the top of the 2nd inning. Mackenzie Shoup stepping in for Hanford. And a quick score update for the Richland Bomber baseball team as they take on the Southridge Suns over in South Kennewick. The top of the 5th, Bombers tied it up, down 3-0 early, now 3-3 in the top of the 5th in the final regular season contest for the Bomber boys. Clayson now, the 0-1, chopped towards shortstop. Doesn't get the throw over in time, does Brooklyn Boyce. And the first runner is on for the Hanford Falcons here in the top of the 2nd. Clayson throws a strike to the 2nd batter of the inning. Chopped over to 3rd. Gets the out at 2nd. But no throw over to 1st. So 1 out recorded here in the top of the 2nd. Saresic recording the out at 2nd. And the fielder's choice over at first base is Kara Sweet. One out, one on here for the Falcons. The second offering by Clayson. Down in the zone, 1-1 now. I believe this is Casey White now up at bat for Hanford. And she hits one into right field. Going over and not connecting is Sophia Sams, but it's foul anyway, and that will bring everybody back. Actually, my apologies. This is Cheyenne Booker, junior catcher and utility. She faces a 2-2 count now. Clayson, that ball in the dirt. Runner caught stealing. Thrown out at second. A brilliant throw by Haley Spaeth. So 2 down now here in the top of the second. Booker still remains at the batter's box, and she will take her base. A runner on first, 2 down. Mackenzie Shoup now in the batter's box for Hanford. Shoup lifts one into right field. It'll be in foul territory. No one count on Shoup. Fouled back. 0-2 now. 2 down. Here in the top of the second. Pitch by Clayson high in the zone. Pitch slapped over to the right field line into the Hanford dugout. Pitch lifted into center field, and that will drop in front of the center fielder. It'll be Peyton Chacon. Not enough head start on it to get it out, either on the fly or at second. As Booker moves to second and Shoup singles here with 2 down. Clayson's first pitch strike now to White. Casey White, senior for the Falcons. Looks at the pitch down and away in the zone. Evens up the count at 1. Third pitch high and inside. This count runs to 2-1 now. On behalf of Clayson to White. Again, 2 down here, 2 on, top of the second. White swinging and fouling it off. Evens the count up at 2. Clayson turns around and reminds her fielders what the situation is. Two count. Casey lifts one over to the right side. Not enough time for Ialupate to make a play. And it'll still be 2-2 here with 2 outs. Pitch by Clayson down the zone. He loads the count up. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runners will be going here for the Falcons. Booker at second and Shoup at first. Now will be a walk by Clayson. Load the bases up. With 2 down, forces all the way around.
Now batting, record number 2, Haley Velasco.
Now batting for the Hanford Falcons. Going to be Haley Velasco as she takes the first pitch strike from Clayson. Clayson not worried about the runners. The only pitch to Velasco in the dirt. Evens the count up at 1. Looks at strike 2. Now Clayson has the advantage. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Bases loaded here in the top of the second. The 1-2 pitch from Clayson. Outside, try to get her to chase. Evens the count up at 2. Senior pitcher delivers the 2-2. Swinging, strike 3, and Clayson gets out of the jam with no damage done. So the Hanford Falcons load them up, but can't get any runs crossed. As we head to the bottom of the second, the Bombers 4, the Falcons 0. Welcome back to the Columbia Playfield, live Mid-Columbia Conference Baseball here on Atomic TV.
Leading over the Bombers, third base number 4, Emily Pennington.
Emily Pennington, one of the 4 seniors on this Bomber squad, leads the Bombers off here in the bottom of the second. First pitch, she wanted to take a cut, but didn't. Strike anyway. 0-1 the count. As I said at the top of the show, the Bombers lead the conference, 11-2 in the conference, 15-2 overall. As Pennington looks at ball 1 down in the zone. Falcons fighting for their playoff spot as they currently sit only 2 games ahead of the Kamaikan Braves for the 3rd overall seed heading into the District 8 playoffs next week here for softball. Three and 1 the count now on Pennington. Inside pitch, evens the count or makes the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pennington fouls one straight back off the fencing. Reaching out at Pennington, fouled straight back. So as I gave you an update on the Bomber boys baseball team and their last regular season game, this is not the last regular season game for softball. The Bombers will battle the Kamaikan Braves this Friday out at Lawrence Scott Park, as Pennington will take all 4 balls and take her base. Lead off the inning for the Bombers.
Now batting, center field number 2, Peyton Chacon.
So we go to the top of the order for the Bombers. Peyton Chacon. Led off the game with a single back in the bottom of the first. And then she did come around and score the first run of the game off the bat of Taylor Clayson as she bunts the second offering foul off to the left. So a 1-1 count now on Chacon. The third baseman asks for time. Blue shoelace the cause. Chacon will step in to face the 1-1 from Heidi Sweet. Swinging strike 2 on behalf of Chacon. Payoff pitch now from Sweet. Down in the zone, evens the count up at 2. Chacon fouls one off. Off to the left side. Count still at 2-2. Runner on first. That would be Pennington. As Sweet winds and fires. Again, fouled off to the left. Chacon will pick up her bat and walk back to the batter's box. Still 2-2 on Chacon from Sweet. Chacon lifts one just the same place as she did the last 2. Fouled away. Again, 2-2 from Sweet to Chacon. Down and away, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three-two pitch now from Sweet. High in the zone, and that will walk Chacon. Moves Pennington over to second base. Bring up Taylor Clayson for her second at-bat of the game. Again, she got the scoring started in the top of the bottom of the first, with an RBI double. It scored Chacon. See what she can do against Sweet the second time around. First offering nailed right at the second baseman. Can't handle it, and will move everybody up a base. And bases will be loaded. Now for Brooklyn Boyce. It was right at Brooke Dodson. Dodson couldn't quite handle it. Better TH, and everybody moves up a base. Loading the bases up for Brooklyn Boyce. Boyce has 26 RBI on the year. Grounded into a fielder's choice last time up. And Boyce fouls one straight back. 0-2 count now. Voiceless one over the Richland dugout and out of play. It'll still be 0-2. Again, no outs, bases loaded here for Richland. Scoring opportunities aplenty to begin this game. Fouled one back again. So still 0-2, still no out, still bases loaded. The offering by Sweet, lifted in the right side, foul territory. Everybody will return to their base. Heidi Sweet readies and fires, and that's popped up in the infield. The infield fly will be in effect. Jessa Dugan, excuse me, makes the out. And Sophia Sands will step into the batter's box for Richland. Sam's 0 for 1. Struck out in the first to record the first out of the bottom of the first. She'll swing at the first offering and it'll tip into the glove for strike one. Fouled away again, right into the catcher's glove for strike two. And a quick 0-2 now on Sophia Sams. The 0-2 pitch from Sweet. Down in the zone, didn't get enough. No, it did not. Ball one. No one outside. Sams looks at ball two, high in the zone. Sam's leading the team in on-base percentage so far this year. She fouls one off to the left side. Again, leading the team, .557 on-base percentage. 24 hits on the year, 19 runs batted in. See if she can get any more across the plate here in the bottom of the second for Richland. Swinging strike three, she cannot, as she records the second out of the inning.
Now batting first baseman number 12, Emily Moore.
I'll bring up Emily Moore. First pitch fouled back by Moore. Moore faces an 0-1. She lifts the ball into right field, and that will be caught for out number 3 and an end to the inning by Haley Velasco, as the Bombers threaten and load up the bases, but no runs cross as the score stays Bombers 4, Hanford Falcons 0. Welcome back to the Columbia Playfields as we have a pitching change already. Taylor Clausen exits the game with 2 innings pitched, no runs given up, and she will occupy right field now. Sophia Sams will now step into the pitcher circle for the Bombers. Again, Sophia, the winning pitcher last Tuesday up at Hanford High School in a 12-1 victory, or 12-0 victory, sorry, for the Richland Bombers. Jessa Dugan leading the inning off for Hanford. Top of the Hanford order. So you look at ball 1 on the outside. Sam 66 1/3 innings pitched as Dugan fouls one off to the right. A 2.74 ERA and a batting average against of 244. He delivers a ball, second ball of the at-bat, 2-1 count now on Dugan. Fourth pitch in there for a strike. He just count up at 2. Sams also has 79 strikeouts on the year. See if she records her 80th. Nope, that'll be chopped over to the second baseman, Saresic. She throws over to Ailu Patea to record the first out of the inning. So both of Dugan's at-bats go the way of Saresic, first on a fly out and then a ground out. That will bring up Dodson for her second at-bat. First pitch, down and away, ball 1. Second offering by Sams, down in the zone for ball 2. 2-0 count now. Third pitch in there, records first strike of the at-bat. Fouled off to the right. 2 strikes now on Dodson. Last time up, she struck out. It's part of the 1-2-3 beginning of the game for Hanford. And she'll strike out looking again on back-to-back at-bats as Sams records her 80th strikeout of the year. So 2 down now early in the top of the third for Hanford.
Batting pitcher number 8, Heidi Sweet.
Is the pitcher number 8, Heidi Sweet, will occupy the batter's box for Hanford. She 2-0-4 on the day. She lazily swings past the first offering for strike 1. Sweet flying out to right field, her first at-bat. She chops one over to the right side. Ailu Patea gathers it, steps on first to record out number 3. So 1-2-3, top of the third for the Hanford Falcons. As we'll come to the bottom of the third, still Bombers 4, Falcons 0. Welcome back to the Columbia Playfields. We're live just south of the campus of Richland High School. Bottom of the third, Bombers 4, Falcons 0.
Leading up for the Bombers, catcher number 8, Haley Spaeth.
Haley Spaeth will lead off the inning for Richland. Spaeth 1 for 1 on the day. She'll this one into right field, and that will be caught. And a quick fly out to Velasco in right. As alluding to before that, Spaeth had a 2-out, 2 RBI double to plate 2 of the Richland runs here so far. She flies out to the right fielder for out number 1. Now Emily Mackey looks at ball 1 high in the zone. Sorry, Corey Mackey. Mackey looks at strike down in the zone. Mackey 379 on the year. 14 RBI, 11 runs scored. She fouls one off to the right off the fence. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Mackey. Mackey lifts one into center field, and that will drop in for a single, just like she did in the first. She does in the third, as she singles to give the Richland Bombers their first base runner of the game. And that will bring up Ayalupatea. Ayalupatea 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout in the first. She looks at ball 1 high in the zone. From Sweet, fouled away as the ball spins, just foul. Ball got stuck in the dirt, spinning in one place. As Mackey will return to first. And the count is 1-1 now on Ayalupatea. Zoe lifts one on the right field. That'll be caught. Again, recording the second out of the inning is Velasco.
Coming to the plate, third baseman number 4, Emily Pennington.
So 2 out now, 1 on for the Bombers as Emily Pennington will step in for Richland. Pennington fouls one off to the right. Second pitch on the way from Sweet, in there for a swinging strike 2. And a quick 0-2 now on Pennington. Pennington had the leadoff walk back in the second inning. She'll swing through strike 3. That will be caught, and that will end the threat for the Bombers here in the bottom of the third. We'll go to the top of the fourth. Bombers 4, Falcons 0. Welcome back to the Columbia Play Fields. Bombers and Falcons, top of the fourth.
Leading off with the Falcons,
4-0 in favor of Richland. Sam still in the pitcher circle for Richland. Came in to relieve Clayson last inning. Ball one outside, delivered by Sams. Pitch number 2 fouled off to the right. Kara Sweet, the junior, now faces 1-1 from Sams. High in the zone, doesn't break as much as Sophia wanted it to. Again, the sophomore 9-1 on the year as she delivers to Sweet, and Sweet singles to right field. Clayson tries to get her back at first, as she will stay safe. Clayson almost threw it to Ialupate in time to get her rounding first and thrown out, but not in time. Ava Marmon, the sophomore, will now hit as she singles right up the middle. Move everybody, or move Sweet to second base.
Coming to plate, left field number 13, Cheyenne Booker.
So a quick 2 runners on here for Hanford. As Booker will step in. Takes ball 1 inside. Booker walked last time up. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Sam's now the 1-1. Chopped foul. 1-2 the count. Those last 2 hits, Sophia Sams only the 70th hit given up in over 300 batters faced this season. She delivers the 1-2, high in the zone, evens the count up at 2. Sam swinging strike 3 as foul tip is caught for out number 1. Spaeth doing a good job behind the dish of catching the foul ball and recording the first out. Kenzie Shoup now in the batter's box for Hanford. She chops it over the right side, gathered up by Saresic, over to Ialupate for out number 2, as both runners, Sweet and Marmon, advance up a base, but there are 2 gone here in the top of the 4th. Casey White now steps in for Hanford. Runners on second and third now. Swinging. Strike 2, a quick 0-2 for Sams on White. The 0-2 offering. Down in the zone, ball 1. Tried to get her to chase down the zone, didn't bite. So 1-2 the count now on White. 4th pitch in there, looking, strike 3 as Sams ends the side and the threat for the Richland Bombers and ends the top of the 4th. We head to the bottom. Bombers 4, Hanford Falcons 0. So we enter the bottom of the fourth here at Columbia Playfield. The score update from South Kennewick. Bomber baseball team tied 7-7 in the top of the 7th inning against the Southridge Suns. They were just down by 2 and tied the game up in the top of the 7th. Keep an eye on that one for you. As Sweet still stays in the game, Chacon leads off the game, or the inning, I should say, with a single. So Chacon moves to 2 for 3 on the day. Now we'll bring out number 5, Taylor Clayson. Casey Emery wants to discuss something real quick with the senior outfielder. Meeting over as Clayson digs in now, 2 for 2 on the day for the Richland Bombers. Swings at the first one, but that's enough for Chacon to steal second. Her second stolen base of the day. And that's her 22nd stolen base of the season. More conferencing going on now on behalf of the Hanford Falcons on the pitcher's circle. Top or the bottom of the fourth, looking a lot like the bottom of the first as Chacon singled, stole second. And in the first inning, Clayson doubled to score her teammate. See what she does here. She fouls one off to the left. Oh, 2 now for Clayson. Looks at a ball outside. Clayson awaits the 1-2 from Sweet. And chopped over to center field. And will that be enough to score Chacon? Chacon rounds third. She heads home. And that will be enough to bring the score to 5-0 Bombers. So the second RBI for Clayson. She moves to 3 for 3 on the day. As Brooklyn Boyce will step in for the Bombers. She's 1-2, or 1 for 2 on the day. Fouls one straight back to record the first strike. But the combination of Peyton Chacon and Taylor Clayson working well for the Bombers all season long. That's Peyton Chacon's 33rd run scored. 0-1 pitch delivered high and outside. Pickoff attempt to first, not in time. 33rd run scored on behalf of Paige Chacon. And Clayson's 19th RBI of the season. Brooklyn Boyce now at the plate. Has 27 RBIs. She squares to bunt. As she fouls one off. So the top three in the Richland Bomber order doing most of the damage here. 1-2 now to Boyce, and she lifts one far in right field, and that will be gone. A 2-run home run for Brooklyn Boyce extends the Bomber lead to 7-0. So Brooklyn's 4th home run of the season makes this a 7-0 game. Boyce leads the team in slugging percentage, .759, and now her 4th home run on the season.
Number 7, Sophia Sam.
And records her 28th RBI, also team leading. Now Sophia Sam steps in. The Bomber pitcher swings through strike one. Heidi Sweet looks in, delivers the 1-0, and that will be fouled away. Off to the left-hand side. Lifted into left field. And that's caught to record the first out of the inning.
First base number 12, Emily Moore.
That was caught by trying to get the number. I believe that was Cheyenne Booker. So 1 out now here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Emily Moore now steps in. That is Cheyenne Booker. Recorded the first out of the inning and left. Moore looks at strike 2. Quick 0-2 now on Emily. Emily 0 for 2 on the day. Look to rectify that here as she takes ball 1 outside. Ball 2 inside. Two now, fouled straight back. Still 2-2 now on Emily Moore. Emily Moore, high left field, and that will be over the head and gone for the 2nd home run of the inning for Richland. And Emily Moore's 1st home run of the season makes the score Bombers 8, Falcons 0 here in the bottom of the 4th. So the freshman records her 1st home run of the season, her 7th RBI, and her 11th run of the year.
Now batting the catcher, number 8, Haley Spaeth.
Catcher Haley Spaeth now digs in for Richland. She'll foul one off to the right. And 1 count on space. She lifts one high into deep center field. I don't think that'll be enough, as it's caught by Mackenzie Shute.
Coming to the plate, left fielder number 16, Corey Mackey.
Corey Mackey will step in now for Richland. That too lifted into center field, right to Shute, and that will record the 3rd out of the bottom of the 4th inning. So 4 runs across, extends the Bomber lead to 8-0 as we head to the top of the 5th. Welcome back to the Columbia Play Fields here between the Hanford Falcons and the Richland Bombers. Bomber baseball over in South Kennewick, still tied 7-7, now in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the Suns are threatening with a runner on and no out. We'll keep you updated. Some other scores from around the MCC softball-wise. Kennewick defeats Walla Walla 8-3 down in Walla Walla. And the Chiawana Riverhawks have a 6-2 lead in the 2nd inning over Hermiston. That after 2 innings. One more score on the baseball side. Hermiston traveled up to Kamaikan and dropped the game 6-3 for Kamaikan and Hermiston's final game of the regular season. So Velasco now steps in for Hanford and faces a 2-0 count from Sams. Sams delivers the first pitch, or first strike of the at-bat on the 3rd pitch. Check swing over to Lailu Patea, and she records the first out here in the top of the 5th. So pretty simple math here for the Richland Bombers. All they have to do is win to lock up the #1 seed. Well on the way to doing that here against Hanford. As it's Dugan at the plate, fouling the first pitch straight back. Dugan looks at strike 2 on the outside part of the plate, but in there. Dugan 0 for 2 on the day. Sams delivers ball 1. Looks like down the plate from out in center field, but I'm about 200 feet away. Swinging strike 3 now, and Sams retires Dugan for the 2nd out of the inning. First out of the inning, excuse me. On the GSL side of the softball standings, the MCC #1 will play the MCC 5, and the MCC 2 will play the GSL 3. The standings as they are right now up in the Spokane Valley, Central Valley, 5th overall in the GSL standings. Those are 3A and 4A combined, just like the MCC. but they are first in the 4A standings at 9-6, and then Lewis and Clark and Gonzaga Prep down towards the bottom of the order in the GSL, tied at 3 wins and 12 losses. So Central Valley will most assuredly lock up the #1 seed out of the GSL and have to face the MCC #4, which could be either Kamaikan or Hanford. Audrey Roberts now stepping in for the Hanford Falcons. Her first at-bat of the day. She'll look at ball high in the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike now. She chops one over to Ailupatea. Ailupatea steps on first, and she'll end the inning as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Bombers 8, Falcons 0. We'll be right back here on Atomic TV. Welcome back to the Columbia Playfields, as Kara Sweet will take over for Heidi Sweet in the pitcher circle as we begin the bottom of the 5th. And just got an update from South Kennewick. We're going to extra innings between the Bombers and the Suns, all tied up at 7. The Suns were threatening with runners on first and third, but Connor Lakey gets out of a jam. And we'll head to the top of the 8th over in Kennewick. Again, that game not meaning much for either team, as Richland is locked in as the #2 seed of 4A after dropping 2 to the Kamaikan Braves last Friday. But the Southridge Suns could still steal the #2 3A seed heading into the 3A District 8 playoffs next week. They could steal that from the Walla Walla Blue Devils, who already lost today. As Ailupatea singles up the right side to lead off the inning for Richland. First offering of the at-bat, slapped up the right field, or right side past White. And that won't bring up Emily Pennington. Pennington watches ball 1 outside. Two the count now on Pennington. She's 0 for 1 on the day. But the first time facing Kara Sweet. Third pitch chopped over the left field side in foul territory.
Now pitching for Hanford, number 18.
Gathered by Marmon, the sophomore third baseman. Pennington now looks at ball 3 high in the zone. 3-1 count. Ball down the zone. That allows Ailupatea to advance a base and will give Pennington the free first base. So 2 runners on, no out, as Peyton Chacon now steps into the batter's box for Richland. Chacon 2 for 2 on the day. She squares and bunts around down the left field side. Just foul, as everybody will return. Lupatea on second, Pennington on first. Chacon squares again. She lays down a bunt. Perfectly done, as everybody will be safe. First baseman crashed. Second baseman didn't get over in time to get Chacon. She's 3 for 3 on the day, and that'll bring up Taylor Clayson.
Now batting number 5, Taylor Clayson.
Clayson 3 for 3 on the day. And she swings at the first pitch and fouls one off to the left side. Bases loaded now for Clayson. 0-1 count, or 1-0 count, and that's fouled straight into the Richland bench. So a quick 0-2 here on Clayson. She watches ball 1 outside. One, 2 now for Clayson. High and inside. Evens the count up at 2. Clayson now faces the 1-2 in the dirt. All 3. Fills the count full. 3-2. Bases loaded. Bottom of the 5th. And she wears the 4th ball. She will take a free base. Lupatea will score, making the score now 9-0 Richland. As Clayson will take her base at first, Chacon at second, Pennington at third. And that will bring up Sophia Sams. Got a pinch runner now for Taylor Clayson at first.
Goes away, first base number 15, Katie Lynch.
That will be Katie Lynch. The junior will run at first for Taylor Clayson. Sorry, that will bring up Brooklyn Boyce. Excuse me, not Sophia Sams. Brooklyn Boyce had the homer, 2-run homer in the bottom of the 4th. She looks at ball 1 high in the zone. One swing at the bat can end it here. Boyce looks at strike 1 inside. Boyce 2 for 3 on the day. She turns in 1 and lets it go into catcher's glove for a ball. 2-1 count now on Boyce. Low and inside, ball 3. Three-one count now on Boyce. And that will be ball 4. And that will end the game in favor of the Richland Bombers as they defeat the Hanford Falcons by a score of 10-0 on the walk-off walk. So the Bombers move to 12-2 overall, and no matter what Chiawana does, they have wrapped up the 4A #1 seed. The victorious Bombers now shake hands with the Hanford Falcons, and we'll get to the Senior Day celebrations for the 4 Richland seniors: Emily Pennington, Taylor Clayson, Corey Mackey and Zoe Ayalupatea. Keep it here for the Senior Day celebrations.
Final score, your Richland Bombers 10, the visiting Hanford Falcons nothing. Senior night is on deck. We have to wait for the JV game to end, so enjoy the tunes, hang out, have a little bit of fun. And what do you know, like the song says, celebrate.
So they'll wait till the JV game ends here. We'll talk about what's next for the Richland Bomber softball team. They have 2 at Lawrence Scott Park on Friday, May the 5th against the Kamaikan Braves. Kamaikan Braves sitting at 6-7 in the league and 10-7 overall, as the Hanford Falcons drop to 8-6 and 10-8 overall.
Welcome to our senior night celebration to honor and recognize our 2023 Richland seniors. We have 7 seniors that we would like to recognize this evening. These seniors have made numerous personal sacrifices, but in turn they have enjoyed tremendous successes both on and off the field here at Richland High School. Our first senior is Kimberly Carrillo, with mom Gina and father Juan Carrillo. Kimberly is a 4-year letter winner. Kimberly plays on this year's highly successful C squad, enjoying a great and very fun season. After high school, Kimberly graduates from high school. Her plans are to go to Mexico to take courses in the art of tattooing. Kimberly's favorite memory while attending Richland was the fun she had during homecoming in her freshman year. And Kimberly's favorite movie is Caroline, because ever since she was a little girl, she always wanted to live in and be part of that movie. Ladies and gentlemen, Kimberly Carrillo. Our next senior is Kaylin Pumphrey. She's being escorted by her mother, Elena, and stepfather, Stuart Smoot. Kaylin is a 3-year letter winner and plays on this year's highly successful JV team. However, her season was unfortunately cut short due to a shoulder injury. Kaylin holds an impressive 3.1 GPA. Next year, Kaylin will attend Indiana State University to major in pre-physical therapy to eventually become a physical therapist. Kaylin will be attending Indiana State University on an academic scholarship. Kaylin's favorite memory while attending Richland was attending high school dances with her best friend. Kaylin's favorite movie is The Benchwarmers because of how funny it is. And a fun fact about Kaylin, she was a member of the Richland High School band for 2 years, playing the saxophone. Ladies and gentlemen, Kaylin Pumphrey. Our next senior is Emily Pennington. She's being escorted by her mother, Kylie Pennington, and father, Bo Pennington. Emily is a 3-year varsity letter winner, a 2-year varsity starter, but voted all-conference honorable mention during her junior season. Emily was voted varsity squad team captain for this year's team. Emily holds a very impressive 3.5 GPA and will be completing her AA degree in social and behavioral sciences this coming June. Next year, Emily will be attending Eastern Washington University to continue her education in behavioral sciences with the eventual goal of someday working for the FBI. Emily's favorite memory while at Richland was creating the best friendships with some of the sophomores on the team, also creating many other friendships with her fellow Richland high school classmates. And a fun fact about Emily, she raced BMX for several years before and during her softball career. Ladies and gentlemen, Emily Pennington. Our next senior is Zoe Ilo-Potea. With her mother Karen Bember and father Krupa Ilo-Potea. Zoe is a 4-year varsity letter winner and a 3-year varsity starter and was voted second team all-conference during her sophomore season. Zoe was voted to the varsity squad team captain for this year's team. Zoe holds a very impressive 3.4 GPA. Next year, Zoe plans to attend Eastern Washington University to continue her education in forensic science with the end goal of becoming a digital forensic examiner. Zoe's favorite memory while attending Richland was becoming ASB president, which provided her with so many amazing friendships and also the opportunities to make new friends all around Richland High School. Zoe's favorite movie is Sandlot, because it never fails to make her laugh. Her favorite lunch spot is joining friends at Poochie's, where she always enjoys the kids' combo meal. And a fun fact about Zoe, she used to be part of the ensemble choir for her church, and if that isn't enough, she also gives swimming lessons to students with ages that range from infants at 6 months old to 90-year-old adults. Ladies and gentlemen, Zoe Ilo-Potea. Our next senior is Corey Mackey. She's being escorted by her mother Amy and father John. Corey is a 4-year varsity letter winner and a 3-year varsity starter and was voted all-conference honorable mention during her sophomore season. She was voted varsity squad team captain for this year's team. Corey has a very impressive 3.3 GPA. Next year, Corey plans to attend Washington State University, go Cougs, to study elementary education in hopes of eventually becoming a first-grade teacher. Corey's favorite memory while attending Richland was going to lunch every day with her best friends, drinking Red Bulls, and triple chives at the Coffee Bean. Corey also feels very blessed to have many unbelievable friendships she's made during her 4 years playing softball at Richland. Corey's favorite movie is High School Musical because she considers it to be her comfort movie. And a fun fact about Corey is a very accomplished bowler and was a member on this year's Richland highly successful bowling team and finished second place in districts. Ladies and gentlemen, Corey Mackey. Our final senior is Taylor Clayson. She's being escorted by her mother Natalie and her father Chris. Taylor is a 4-year varsity letter winner with a 3-year starter on varsity and was voted second team all-conference honors during both her sophomore and junior seasons. Taylor was voted varsity squad team captain for this year's team. Taylor has a very impressive 3.4 GPA. Next year, Taylor will be attending Southern Oregon University to major in business marketing. Taylor will also be continuing her softball career at Southern Oregon, having earned an athletic softball scholarship there. Taylor's favorite memory while attending Richland was thoroughly enjoying all of the rides back on the bus after out-of-town softball games, hanging with her teammates. Fast fact, during the first year of COVID in 2020 as a freshman, Taylor made the varsity squad and was named the preseason #1 team in the state that year. Unfortunately, the season was canceled after only 8 days of practice and no games played. And a fun fact about Taylor, she developed her strong passion for the game of fastpitch and softball at a very young age, having started playing the game that she loves at the very young age of 6. Ladies and gentlemen, Taylor Clayson. We want to thank all of you seniors. Best of luck in your future endeavors, and you will be greatly missed. And remember, once a bomber, always a bomber. Don't be sad that it's over. Be happy it happened. And as always, go Bombers. One more time for our seniors.